Hello and welcome to Matt's Guitar Stuff, the third installment, putting together a Carvin DC-135. I'll show you what I've done with the pickups, or what I can do, because we're still waiting on the post holes and we're still waiting on the... Oh, I had to get another cable. I'll show you that here in just a minute. But as I told you, ebony fingerboard, stainless steel frets. I'm going to work on that in a little bit. I'll show you the progress that I made with the pickups. So we have a little bit of a issue here. Maybe. We'll see. Underneath, as you can see with this pickup, you get these three little guys right here. And they're coming just underneath the pickup, so it's going to give it a little bit more height. One thing I'm noticing, and again, I can't really put strings on it because I can't put the bridge on it right now. If you kind of look at it kind of this way, it is really close to the fingerboard. So what we might have to do is take that out and shim where this comes in right here on this side, because that's the guy that's sticking out. I had to put the screws directly into the wood. Found some screws that's in there pretty sturdy. I gotta do the other one here in the middle once I get a cable for it, because you can see all my stuff here, and should get to that in just a little bit too. When I pulled everything off of the pick guard, I installed the volume. It's just the one. It's not your typical Strat setup, so it's just the one volume and the one tone with the 5-way. I had to very carefully cut that and put those two holes in there. It's a touch thicker than the pick guard that came with it, but either way, it looks pretty messy now. I'm going to try to get some paint in there and make sure it doesn't look, well, make sure it looks better, I guess. So this guy fits in here pretty good. I was able to get some screws. This is an old pickup thing I had with it. Why don't you say hi to my dog? What's up, girl? How you doing? That's Sophie. And so, but with that, this went straight to the little motherboard. And let me flip this around here and I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. Oh, I had this covered up here. We're gonna have to get to the back of this in just a little bit. And let me get these off real quick here. I'll show you what I'm talking about. So the tone and the volume are attached to this cool little contraption here. Oops. Show you that real quick. Thankfully, everything fits in here, including the spot for the 9-volt. But you can see that whole array right there. That's, I call that the motherboard. And then that's really the only place I could have put that 5-way, was right there. And everything connects to this. So you can see right here, the middle pickup is not there. I got the neck and I got the bridge. That's going to the 5-way. This is going to the oh geez, it's hard to read here. Either way, those are going to either the 9-volt or the jack. Installed the jack the other day, no problem. So the problem was, when I did this, that cable for, and this is the cable I'm talking about. This is like 4.5 inches. I found one online for 6.5 inches. That's coming, I think, by the end of the week. Post holes are coming by the end of the week. This replacement is coming next week sometime. Unfortunately, underneath here, you kind of have to come around and go at an angle. So it only really reached the middle of the pickup. And looking at this, it's on this end. And then the wire comes underneath the bottom of it and out to the motherboard. So that's the issue I had to deal with there. Again, it was $11 for a true, real EMG. They make other types of replacements, but I wanted to get the real deal. Those holes I'm going to have to cover up somehow, maybe with some electrical tape or something like that. This is really the only place I could have put these. They seem comfortable. It's not the end of the world. I don't like these 5-ways. What I might do down the road is get a 3-way, like a Les Paul, and then just a kill switch for the middle pickup or something like that. But we'll see. So getting to the fingerboard. The good thing about this guitar It was sitting in its case for 20 years, apparently, from what the guy told me. The bad thing about this guitar, it was sitting in its case for 20 years. So apparently, and I'm not exactly sure, this thing, and once I expose it to the air and God knows what else is going around here, humidity, dust, etc., has not been treated in that amount of time. I do this, what I'm going to show you here, at least twice a year with all my guitars. Got some steel wool. This is 2-fold here, so this is 0000 size steel wool. You can get it at Walmart. I'm sure you can get it at Home Depot. So 4 zeros steel wool. It's very, very fine. And what I'm going to do, I'll show you this real quick. Pause the camera and come back in a little bit, and after I'm done with the fingerboard, I just take this, and there's a thing made that 3M makes that you can get that can actually fit over the frets really, really well. All I'm going to do is just kind of squeeze it in like that and take it above the fret. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see if we can get it into some light and see what that does here. Maybe a little bit. It might need a little bit more. There is some, you can see, kind of see barely. There's some divoting where the strings hit the frets. Again, I looked at the photos real close online. It was nothing I can't, you know, kind of just get out of there with some steel wool. So I'm going to do that with all the frets. And then after I do that, and real quick, because this will probably take long, and we're already about 7 minutes into this segment, you can get F1. I got that in my little bag over here. I'll show you here real quick. Say hi, girl. Oh, sweet. How you doing? So I got all my bags of stuff. There's the F1. I got this a long time ago for Christmas or something like that. And so you may not be able to find the Formbies or whatever. I've been using this stuff for years and years and years. And I put it on the fingerboard. Again, try to do it with all my guitars twice a year. Not maple, but ebony. Had ebony boards and rosewood. Not sure about any of the other newer ones that are coming out, laurel or what have you. But definitely with the rosewood with this. And then I've done ebony with this too, and it's been fine. So after I'm done with all the stainless steel frets, just filing them down, just again, a little bit at a time, and just trying to even out the little, just a touch of pocketing that's on the frets. I'm taking this real quick, real easy. Take a rag. Right after I'm done with that, rub it into it like this. I'm not going to show you all that. And then after, this is after the steel wool. And then after that, I just kind of take a little corner, and you can see on this, I probably got a bunch of little spots where I've been cleaning frets over the years with this thing. This is a microfiber, I think. Not sure what this is exactly. And I just take it, go like that, over the fret. Do that with each of the frets all the way down, and it's good for, again, another 6 months, unless you're playing a lot, and then you kind of probably might have to do it a little bit more often. But either way, we're waiting on this guy. We're still waiting on the post holes. This, just going to show you this real quick. This is very, very, very delicate with these things. There's a very, very, very tiny arrow. You can see it right there. That's what goes into that little slot right there. And then you push it in, and then I pull it in, and again, very, very, very gentle. The bridge is a little different. It's the two black, and then the red has its own little thing on it. So either way, that's what I'm waiting for. Gonna get to this fingerboard, and I'm sure there's plenty of videos you've seen that some people may do differently. Again, I've been doing this for 30 years, and everything's been good. So thank you. Making some progress. Probably a quarter of the way there. Still got to set up everything with the bridge and the string heights and everything. Make sure those pickups aren't hitting the strings. They need to be really, really close, the EMGs. But obviously, if it's hitting the string, nothing's happening. So, but thank you for watching, and third installment of Matt's Guitar Stuff, and we're making some progress.